I think the thing that people often forget about when we're talking about these types of additions is the idea of continuity, right? I know these are professional athletes and we think they're just going to be able to go out and ball every night and everything's going to run smooth and blah, 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 because they're the best at what they do. The reality is when you add in a guy like Anthony Davis, or if you add in a guy like John Morant, or LaMelo Ball, or Zion Williamson, one of these guys that has like exceptional injury problems, really, really has a hard time just staying on the basketball court, but is a core critical piece of a system that you devise. You bring in Anthony Davis, and you need to build your offense and your defense around what Anthony Davis does. That's the reality. You're not going to bring him in and give him Jakob Pertl touches and Jakob Pertl looks, and you're not going to scheme him the same that you would Jakob Pertl. You are going to build something around that $60 million player that you just acquired who has this unbelievable skill set. And then when he doesn't play, you need to change everything. And right now, Anthony Davis is missing about half the games this season. Every time he comes out of the lineup, you need to now completely reconstruct what you're going to do. And this is the problem about having like really, really, really critical pieces that can't stay on the court. Guys that you're building your systems around that can't stay on the court. Because when Anthony Davis comes out of the lineup, Mamukelashvili or Colin Murray Boyles can't do what Anthony Davis does. So you need to change everything. And at a certain point, you just don't have continuity. You don't have comfort. You're constantly re-rotating and you're constantly reshuffling and trying new things. And it's so hard to find rhythm. And we've seen this with Memphis, and we've seen this with New Orleans, and we've seen this with Charlotte, and we've seen this with Dallas, and we saw this the last year with the Lakers. When Anthony Davis can't stay in the lineup, and when these heliocentric superstars can't stay in the lineup, it causes so much disruption everywhere else because you build so much around them. That's my largest hesitancy around Davis. It's not that I don't think Davis is a great player, it's that he causes disruption. So you're going to take Scotty Barnes out of the role that's made him so productive because you need to insulate what Anthony Davis does. You're going to take guys out of what they're doing offensively because you need to draw shit up for Anthony Davis. And again, great player, but when he's missing this amount of time and he's making that much money and he's such a core critical piece and you're going to give up depth to get him, this is why I hesitate about wanting a move like this, because we've seen it year after year after year with this type of player. They're great when they're there, and when they're not there, their teams struggle so horrifically because you have to reestablish all new systems every time they miss a game. And it's tough. So I would rather save those assets and go get somebody that makes more sense, fits this timeline, and can be more assistive game to game.